nothing much except the usual. We're following Bitcoin a little bit. We've been going down with the rest of crypto, and we're trying to correct. Okay, we're still correcting. I think there's a lot of people worried and panicking and they're selling. You can see now what's happening now is that the last 3 days the price has slowed down considerably. Why is that? Well, because we're coming into historic price action where there was a multiple week range here. So as we come into this previous range, naturally the price is going to find a little bit more difficulty to just go down, just because there's more liquidity, whereas previously we were coming through gaps in the market where there was no volume or little volume. Now we're coming to areas where there is volume, where we've had historic price action. And if you look at the same kind of period, you can see that there was volume here. This is where we are now. There was volume here, and there was some volume here as well. Okay, so we're coming back into that zone where in the past there was volume. So naturally you wouldn't expect the price to just go down. That wouldn't make any sense. And now what we can see in the price is that it's struggling to go down. Yeah, it's one thing for the price to come down where there's no volume. It's another thing for the price to come down where there is volume, where there is historic price action. So that's kind of where we're at now with TRVL. And I think fundamentally what I'm looking for is for the market to turn, the sentiment of the market to turn bullish, but it's definitely nowhere near there. And so this is the thing. I keep an eye on these things, and look at this. The fear index is 71% greed. We are dropping. Yeah, you see that? Last week it was 75. Yesterday it was 74. Now it's 71. What we need is for that to drop under 50, probably 40, to fear. We need that to happen. Once that happens, I think Bitcoin dominance is going to go into its higher time frame resistance. It's either that or Bitcoin is pumping to the moon. Who knows? Yeah, but because we're so close, I think it's probably, and because we're going down, we're underneath levels of resistance in Bitcoin. I think it's more likely than not in this circumstance that Bitcoin starts to drop and then this goes up into resistance. And for me, that kind of signals the end of the altcoin bear market, because then Bitcoin dominance has topped out and you're going to get a capital rotation into altcoins. Now, the question is, does it happen when Bitcoin goes up or does it happen when Bitcoin goes down? No one knows. No one can predict that. Yeah, a little bit of a bullish reaction in Bitcoin today doesn't really mean anything, because no one really knows if Bitcoin needs to go down for Bitcoin dominance to top out, or if Bitcoin needs to go into price discovery before altcoins start to pump. No one can predict that. Okay, when it comes to like when you look at TRVL BTC, yeah, you're clearly seeing weakness. Clearly we're seeing weakness. And so what's happening is that TRVL has given up a lot of its gains into BTC. In the future, you can imagine what will happen when that changes. Yeah, in the future, because it will change. Eventually it will change, and we're basically at the lows now, aren't we, against BTC? Yeah, so that's not problematic. It's just where we're at. Eventually we'll be back at the highs and maybe even in price discovery. So already from where we are now at the lows to the highs, it's like an 850% change in value, increase in value compared to Bitcoin. And fundamentally, we need that to happen. That will happen in the future. And actually, it's not bad how these candles all like red, because I can foresee in the future that you'll have no resistance. And so when people do actually start buying TRVL directly from Bitcoin or whatnot, then you could get quite fast price moves. So I mean, what can I say? We're at we've made another all-time low, and I can't see a massive sell-off. Can't see it. I'm not getting that vibe that people are now like we just put in a lower low. No, we're not getting like the crazy sell-off that you might expect. It's amazing because Bitcoin at the high compared to where we are now, we lost 63% in value compared to Bitcoin. But otherwise, I mean, what can I say? Look, it's pretty much trying to find support here now. Yeah, I'd be surprised if we don't find support somewhere here. But nothing changes in regards to going up. We still need, like, I mean, I think people might be wondering what do I need to wait for before going up? Well, here at the all-time low, we were in the lows for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 days. So maybe 10 days. Maybe 10 days here. Maybe if we can get 10 days here and you form something like this with the final candle to impulse, and you'd probably, that would be your entry, the beginning of the impulse. You get that kind of behavior and you get a buy up, then you could probably look to buy that too. You won't be catching the absolute bottom, but you'd still be getting in at a good place because of the way the price moved. Okay, so potentially that on a higher time frame, something like that. It's like a very flat. Here it's quite flat too, but I'm looking at the areas where the price turned on the way from a down, from a down move, and in every case, the pattern has some kind of bullish expanding candle first. Yeah, and in every case, that's your signal. You don't have to FOMO in, because once you get that bullish expanding green candle, the price really has moved upwards. Yeah, it's never really done that and not moved. Maybe here, but I mean, maybe that was too late. Maybe really you needed the first drop. So I'll be looking for that. I'll be looking to see if we get that kind of behavior here, like a nice bullish candle back up to 42. Then you could probably buy that and see how far it goes, probably. Right. And if people don't know, I had another booking. So everything's working as expected. Let me log in. Yeah. See that 20 bookings and the realized earnings from Dtravel. It's just normal. It's just people transacting on Dtravel and booking out my apartments without third parties, without the intermediaries. So I mean, this is why I'm so bullish. Yeah, I don't need to fade from this because because you can see for yourself, can't you? It's no joking matter when you see that much world value come into my pocket because of Dtravel, and to think that Dtravel 3% of that will be used to buy TRVL from the open market. It's quite a bullish idea, isn't it? Let's have a look at Dtravel now. Let's see what's going on. Book an Andalusian property peer-to-peer with crypto. You see, it's amazing. How amazing is that? Andalusian. 11 stunning properties in Costa del Sol, Spain. Each vacation rental can be booked peer-to-peer with crypto. How amazing is that? So here is the Andalusian. It's nice, huh? Penthouse, a sunny penthouse for £110. What the hell? Is cheap. And that's the benefit of peer-to-peer direct bookings, because on the most part, operators will pass on the savings. It's not right by the beach though, is it? It's got a nice swim pool. There's something by the coast. See, this guy's also on Airbnb. See that? So these guys, they have a profile there as well. Let's have a look at their Airbnb profile. Looks like they're Dutch. 5 years hosting, 6 reviews. Not many reviews. It's their property. 11 properties. So they've literally, look, see this? They've put on Dtravel all of their properties, and that's the power of Dtravel. That you don't need to leave Airbnb to come onto Dtravel. You can be on Dtravel and you can be on Airbnb, but on Airbnb it will be more expensive. Let me prove that theory here. Look, £10, £110 a night. This is on Dtravel, right? So let me just chuck in some dates here, just for the shits and giggles. July the 9th to the 12th. Let's have a look. One guest. All right, £447. When was it fun? Let me check. Fees. What are the fees? Cleaning fee, card processing fee, and I can pay in crypto as well. So if you pay in crypto, you're saving on the fees, on the credit card fees. So that will be a total of £447. This is on Dtravel. And on Airbnb, let me have a look. The Sunny Espitona penthouse. Do they have it here? Oh, it's all in a different language. It makes my life a little bit more difficult. Where is the one that I was looking at? It was this picture. That one. This is it, wasn't it? God, I don't know what it's saying here. Can I change the language? Look how bad Airbnb is. It's stupid. Sunny, yeah, that's it. Sunny. So let's go into Airbnb. What dates did I put in? 9th to the 12th. You won't be charged yet. Let's have a look. So on this, the cleaning, right, let's just put a side-by-side comparison. This is coming to £501. And see here on Dtravel, it's coming to £447. Same property, same period of time. Airbnb, I'm getting charged £501. Yeah. And on Dtravel, booking direct is £447. If I use a credit card, because I'm not crypto savvy, it's £447. Okay. So the comparison between Dtravel and Airbnb is between £501, and you see the cleaning fees are the same, and £447. So there's a 10% saving here already. Exactly the same property. Yeah. And instead of booking through Airbnb, I can book directly with the owner. Do you see that? And what's more, I can go and talk to the owner. I've got their details. Yeah, so I can actually have a conversation with them. And if there's a problem, I can deal with them directly. I don't need the cumbersome, onerous, inefficient machine of Airbnb to interfere with my trip. Yeah, you think it's a good thing, but it's not. Airbnb is not helpful for this kind of this kind of experience, this kind of trip. Yeah, of course it's helpful if you end up getting scammed. Yeah, but you know that's what Airbnb is. It's a place where people, it attracts scams. Yeah, but this isn't. This doesn't attract that, because now people can directly communicate. You see, in Airbnb, you're not directly communicating with the property owner, so you don't really know. That's why it's so scammy, because it's all kind of like a guess. And so Airbnb protects you in that sense. But you could have book a holiday, go to a place, and for it to not be available, you've only really contacted someone, you never really had a conversation. There's lots of issues with Airbnb. That's what. And here you can see it's the same property, it's cheaper, and that's the power of Dtravel. Thank you, Robo Trading. So I really think this is a game changer. You see, I've already just shown you how much cheaper it can be just by using Dtravel, and you know that the Dtravel app is in beta, but it's, I don't know where it is now. Where it's at. It's ready to be launched. It's almost ready to be launched, almost. And so here you can go and search for popular places. Let's say London. Okay, Malsey, look at that map. I haven't seen that before. This is new. Look at that map. It's very colourful. So there's lots of places in London, isn't there? Look. And you've got these like red zone hotspots, which gives you multiple places, I guess, in the same location, isn't it? Isn't it? Can't tell, but I think that's what it means. So here you see, again, it's the same thing, isn't it? It's the same thing. You can look at a property on Airbnb and then come here and then look at it here, and it'll be cheaper here. It should be cheaper here, right? There's quite a lot of properties in London now. Look at all these properties in London. That's amazing. Let's go. Actually, somewhere I was interested in is, I wanted to have a look at San Salvador, because I want to go there soon. San Salvador, where is that going to take me? Harry Potter's themed loft in San Salvador. Can you believe that? Descubre la magia en nuestro apartamento temático de Harry Potter. This is cute. The hell? Is that a wand? So if you want to go and experience Harry Potter in San Salvador, this is the place. Amazing. That's so random. They're on Airbnb too. Let me have a look. Let's go for a period of time. Let's go in July for a week, 15th to the 22nd. 2 guests, 1 child. So according to this, what's the discounts I'm getting? Weekly, oh, a weekly discount. There you go. Fees are no fees, okay, because it's paying by crypto. So that cost me £675, and this is the person. There it is. Oh, good. Traducción activa. I think that means translation active. Why can't they just give it to me in English? What dates were they? I lost it. 15th to the 22nd of July. Two adults, one child. All right, so they've got, this is interesting, they've got two prices here, a non-refundable and a refundable. I haven't seen this on Airbnb in a while. They've got their weekly discount, but let's just go with non-refundable because I'm assuming that this is non-refundable. I don't know, I can't tell. Cancellation policy, what does that say? Okay. Okay, this is refundable, look. This is the refundable rate. So that's come to £675. So you see that's very interesting. So actually, travel insurance as well. On Airbnb, this is slightly cheaper. So why is it cheaper? Why has he made it? Why is it cheaper on Airbnb? Because this is what's happening here. He's making more money on Dtravel. That's really what he hasn't actually given you any discount for booking directly. And so here it's £675. Here it's 600. I don't know why the rate is more expensive booking directly than on Airbnb, because it shouldn't be, because Airbnb will charge 15% off the host. And so I was trying to show you something. I showed you something else. Effectively, he's charging less on Airbnb. He really needs to charge less directly. Otherwise, no one's going to book. Why would you book directly? I've just shown you that it's cheaper on Airbnb. Now, this is obviously an exception. He obviously needs to change the way he does it. But it just goes to show you that people like me will look, will search. I will go to the same place. I will search using different platforms. Yeah. And I will check the prices. Why would I spend more money? Yeah. So in this circumstance, I'm clearly going to book this on Airbnb, wouldn't I? Because I'm just paying much less. And really, it's down to the price. Ultimately, it always comes down to the price. It's not about anything else. If you're looking at exactly the same property on multiple platforms, you go for the cheapest one. Yeah. And that will be why Dtravel goes parabolic. That really will. That's my opinion. All right. So I wouldn't really be too stressed about the charts at the moment, just simply because what's happening, and I don't think people realize that we've got higher time frame. You've got higher time frame chart playing out. Yeah. And when I say high time frame, I'm talking really high time frame. This is the 3-month time frame. Yeah. And what we're experiencing here is a 3-month chart playing out. Yeah, that's what's happening. And the 6-month chart is playing out. So you see on the 6-month chart, look what's happened. You've had a buy up. It's cleared all of that liquidity. It's come right back down. And that might look bearish, but actually that's quite bullish, because assuming this 6-month candle closes, I'm assuming it does, closes green. Because that's like an inverse hammer at the lows with a long selling tail. You're clearing liquidity. And so when the price wants to move, finally it will find no resistance eventually. That's what will happen. And all you're experiencing now is a higher time frame candles being printed. This is the 6-month time frame. And if you look at that, you don't think the price is going down, do you? You don't look at that and think we're on some kind of crazy downtrend. To me, it looks like we're going sideways. Yeah. And just looking at it now, you can see that the bottom of that candle is obviously acting as some kind of dividing line. Yeah, something like that. We're still in the lower part. Yeah. We've had multiple attempts to get out. And I'm just looking forward to the moment that we actually push up. Yeah. And then we're in the top part. Okay, so that's all it really is. That's all that's really happening. I don't think people need to stress too much. And sometimes we kind of zoom in and we like panic. But you see here, the dips do get bought. And eventually we'll start putting in higher lows. That was a lower low. That was, eventually we'll put in a higher, I think we're going to put in a higher low here somewhere. I think. I don't know how low we're going to get, but I think eventually here we're going to put in some kind of higher low. And then I imagine it will be up in that. And then because we've cleared a lot of the liquidity previously, hopefully the next time we go up, it will be like a triple bottom. It'll be like a potentially like a inverse head and shoulders, some sort of pattern, or if not, some kind of rounding bottom. Okay, and that's kind of where we are now at the charts. It's just a good time to just accumulate. I don't think it's a good idea to sell. Yeah, I don't think so. And here you can see how the price is flattening out. Why is the price doing that? Because someone is putting limit orders, or they're buying at the lows. You can see that they're buying. You see these buying tails? Someone is buying without trying to move the price. So they're scaling in, they're dollar cost averaging in. Yeah. And that's the healthiest way to buy. You want to buy without moving the price up. You want to try and buy without. And why? I mean, most people are thinking to themselves, I want to buy, I want the price to go up. No, not really. In the context of accumulation, when you're trying to build a large position, you absolutely don't want the price to go up while you still have time to accumulate at lower prices. Yeah. And what you want is you want the price to go up when the market is ready for the price to go up, but you want to make sure that you're fully positioned in the lows before that happens. Otherwise, you have to wait for the pump to begin, and then you'll be chasing the pump. It'll just be non-stop chasing. You won't be sure when to enter. That's the problem. Before you know it, the price will just be up here, and you'll find it very difficult to enter because you'll see how the price was on 3.8. All of a sudden, it'll be at 5.5 or 5.6 again. You'll find it very difficult to reposition in when you see a jump like that. And that's why it's a better, sounder strategy to just keep on dollar cost averaging in, keep on buying in, scaling in. You don't have to go crazy. And the best way to do that would be to set limit orders, or just to buy. You can see here someone is literally buying at market small amounts. See that? Someone is just doing that. They're just buying at market small amounts. They're not moving the price. They're just slowly accumulating. They're not too worried about the price moving up. They just want to slowly build a position. They think the 3.8 cents is a good price, and it is. All right. So this is something I think no one should fade out from. Are we going to outperform Jasmine? Absolutely, we're going to do it. Yeah. We're building a movement here of people who are committed to seeing the vacation rental industry transformed from centralized monopolies into a decentralized format, which is governed and managed and owned by a DAO. Yeah. This is very, very low market cap. Yeah, very low market cap. Look at it. TRVL market cap. Look at the market cap here, $11 million. Yeah, I'm about to sell my flat for a lot. I could, you know, like it will only take like 4 or 5 people to start accumulating for the long term, and we've literally bottomed out, literally, but forever, really, in this kind of project. This could be the bottom forever, and then it's up only. Yeah. And I think eventually in the future, I think most people will agree with me that in the future, when we flip 9 cents back into support, then there's no returning to the lows in that scenario because of all of the volume and all of the structure that we've put into the lows. I think it'll be very difficult if we do break the neckline to come back into this structure. I think it'll be very difficult. I think, and so right now is literally maybe the last opportunity over the next few weeks to accumulate at these prices, maybe, yeah, or months. I don't know how long it's going to take, honestly, but I do see the 6-month time frame candle. I do like it. I do think it's looking quite bullish at the at the moment. What would make it bearish? Well, we've got 2 weeks left to go. Right now it's looking bullish. I think it's hard, but I think if we can hold 50% of the previous candle body as a close, then I would think this is a really bullish candle. And so I don't know how the close is going to end. I can't predict that. But if I was to just quickly analyze the body here, you want to close, we want to close above 3.7272 cents. I think I'd like to see a close above 3.727 cents. I think that would give me the confidence that this is a really bullish candle. Yeah. Anything lower, then we probably still have work to do, probably. Yeah, probably. And so this is quite an important moment for this token, this next 6-month candle close, I think. Okay. I think that would be a really bullish close if we can close above the previous 6-month candle body. If we can close above 50%. Yeah. After taking all of the liquidity all the way up to there, I think that'd be really bullish. So let's see how that ends. Let's see how that closes. Let's have a look at the 3-month candle. Let me see the volume on that 3-month candle. Yeah, that's quite, like, you look at that 3-month candle and you're thinking to yourself, that's really bearish. Why is that potentially bearish? Because you're thinking to yourself, that's quite high volume. Yeah. But look, in 3 months, you've put in, and this is what I'm trying to explain to people. In 3 months, you put in 3 times the volume as the previous 3-month candle, and you're still higher than the open. Yeah. We're still higher than the open. That's the open. We're still higher than the open. So in the last 3 months, we put in more volume. We're still higher than the open. So you can definitely, you think that's a bearish candle, but, and for all intents and purposes, it is bearish because you've basically returned all the price gains, but the volume is something to, the volume is something to not be ignored, because that's telling me that the price is being bought up, it's being absorbed. Yeah. And what you'll end up getting the next time the price goes up, that volume will get reversed. It always does. And then when you finally flip the top of that candle into support, then this becomes a really bullish setup. Yeah. So potentially, there's a lot of potential here. There's a lot of potential here. It means there's a lot of people buying. Yeah, 230 million in the last 3 months is a lot. There's a lot of volume. So I don't think this is a bad thing. Like, you might look at it and go and freak out, but no, actually, this is not a bad thing, because I like buying high volume candles because the price reverses very quickly, because people have already sold, and then there's no more selling. So when the price comes up, the selling's over. They've already sold. That's the thing. See? Let's have a look at the 2-month as well. Yeah, this one is not as good. I'm wondering if we have a bullish